Hi, fellow traders. Hope everybody had a great day today. We had a lot of fun in chat, a lot of good calls, a lot of good trades. Tesla was a big one today, this morning. That's too rich for my blood, so I couldn't have any fun in there. But Tesla made some nice moves. So had a pretty good day in chat this morning. But I'm gonna cover the tickers that I traded. Only traded two, but one, I was able to pay the bills with. So as long as I can do that, I feel that I'm in pretty good shape. LB was one of the tickers on my watch this morning. I think I had Fed, and I can't remember the other one right off the top of my head, but I had LB on it. And what I was looking at, and I posted this in chat, what I do is I look for, once it's on my watch, the 30 minutes leading in the open, I watch the price action. This was below the VWAP. So what I was looking for at the open was either a fade so that I could get possibly an open range breakdown, possibly, a run up, and then something that I could, short from possibly the VWAP down to this level, and then take the bounce off of this level, up for a long. So, and that's kind of what I posted in chat. That was my thoughts, going into the open. So you can see it was selling off a little bit. So I expected if it would push up, that was going to give me a 5-minute open range breakdown back down to this level. Or if it faded off, I could catch a long to the upside. Well, I kind of messed this move up because I did catch the short, and I posted I'm probably going to take this early because it's under the 9, under the VWAP, and I was looking for that quick fade down. For some reason, I took profit here, and at 71.61, I got in at 72.52, but I took profits here at 71.61. When really, what I was looking for was this candle to run right into this level, 71.32. But I took some off here, and then I took some off here. I was in 900 shares, so I took 3 here, 3 here. Then I had 300 shares left, and this 71.32 held. And once it closed back above VWAP, right here, I got out 72.25, I believe. Nope, 72.10. I waited for this candle to close above VWAP, and when this candle opened above it and started to push, I went ahead and took it off. And I did put this, my stop whenever I posted in chat, I'll say, my stop's going to be a close above this level. And that's what this means. I'm not going to take it off if it just came up and then it sold back off. Because if it did that, we were probably going to lose this level. But when it closed above VWAP, then this one opened above it and started to push off, then that was a sign for me to get out. And I almost flipped this long, but I just wasn't quick enough. I just kind of lost the price, when I got out. And it went right up to this level, like I, said in pre-market. I was looking for a long off of here on up. I don't know why I didn't sell it all here and go long. That was my plan. That's what I had written down on my note card. But for some reason, I held it thinking that we were going to get more. And, that was just an error in judgment, on my part. I just didn't follow my plan. But it did run up, And so as soon as it hit this, I anticipated the fail of this level because, you know, I feel that I'm a pretty good judge of price action and knowing when moves are going to turn sometimes. And I felt very confident because we had this level here, the 73.24, plus we had the 20. And these two together is a pretty strong combination. It's pretty strong resistance. So I went ahead and got in. Then the other reason I got in a little early is because this ticker was on SSR. I forgot to mention that, earlier. It was on SSR, so I had to catch an uptick. And had this thing bounced and then just washed out, I probably wouldn't have been able to get an entry. So I did catch it 70.30. I had an order out at 73.25, 73.20, 73.25, and then 73.30. And thankfully the 73.30 hit. And I was in, and I took some off here a little early again, 72.74. Still a little early taking profit. I should have waited to the 9. That was a plan. But I just seemed to be a little shaky this morning for some reason and ended up taking profit there. Didn't mean to put that there. All right. Then the next profit I took was on VWAP, 72.74. And I waited to see if we lost VWAP. So I was in 1,000 shares on this trade. I was only 100 shares more, even though I did good, here and booked some pretty decent profits. I still stuck to, kind of my same buying power. I just added an extra 100 shares. So I got in 1,000 shares here. I took off 250 here and then took off another 250 here. So I was half out on the VWAP, and I fully expected to lose it. But had I not lost it, I would have taken it all off when it closed above the 9. I wasn't waiting for break even. When I'm in these smaller positions, I don't get to take a whole lot of profit on the initial hit. So, I have to make sure I protect it and get as much as I can. So that's why you'll see me do this a little bit different. I won't actually sit here and wait to get stopped out at break even on something like this. So I was half out here, and then we got the fade and ended up taking some off here at 71.21. I was looking to cover at this level here, 71.32, but it was washing out so good, I just kind of waited. And when I felt it turn, I went ahead and clicked it and got out. 71.21. So I had 250 shares left. I was going to take all 500 here, but there was a big window that I saw and I wanted to catch it. So I left 250 shares on and just left it on and said, it's going to fade at some point today. If it gets up to break even, then I'll take that 250 shares off. This was only 250, so letting it go back to break even wasn't going to be a big a big thing. So I break even on it was up here at 73.30. So I had a big window to allow this thing to work. And it got up and it traded above the 24-minute, but it never could clear it. Never could get away from it. And I almost added some short, when it was doing this. But you can see it tried to push up off of it, but it never got the legs to run. And so we got the fade and came all the way down, and it tested the 71.32 again. So I held it because I wanted to see how far we can get. You know, at the time I thought we had a window down to 68, 61, but somebody pointed out in chat another level, and yeah, I went back and looked and I actually missed it. And that happens from time to time. I'll miss a level and the stock will turn, and I don't know why it turned. But then at night when I'm reflecting on my trades, I'll go back and I'll see where I missed that level. And had I not missed that level, my trade would have turned out differently. So I still, you know, it was 69.57, I think it was. But that still gave me a good point, or a point and a half from where it was. So I just let it work. And we did get a push down here to 70.14. My goal was to take it off at 70.30, so I would get at least 3 points on it. But it dropped down, and then as it came back up, I had an order for 70.25. I didn't click it. I was being greedy, so I ended up getting out up here at 70.45. So I lost 20 cents being greedy. You know, that's not a big deal right now because of the success I had early on in the trade, but you know, I don't need to get in the habit of doing that. When it hits your target, take your profit. If you want to give it a second to run down, do that, but then make sure you get out on your target. And I didn't do that. So lost 20 cents on that deal. And that was my LB trade. You know, I held that pretty much all day. That one thing of 250 shares. But I wasn't nervous because, you know, I knew how this thing was trading, and I knew that if I did see it pop, I can get out of it, but I wouldn't lose any money because break even was 70.30. And I did not see this thing running up to 70.30 in less than 2 minutes. So, you know, I just let it work, and it ended up paying off for me. All right, the other ticker I traded was MUR. I was looking for a reversal, and it hit the scan somewhere in here. I was looking at it off of this level. We had a close below it. It opened about the same level, and it started to push back up. So of course, I went ahead and got in. I got in at 30.50, anticipating the move to continue. And I could have at least taken some off up here in the 30.80s at the 9 moving average. And that was my first target. That's what I was looking at. But it didn't have enough, and it eventually faded. I got stopped out here at 30.37. All the way down here, I got stopped out. So, but I got in, you know, right here at let me put this up here, because then I'm gonna say these charts, so I have to mark where I entered and exited. But I got in right here at 30.50, and it did push up into the 60s and then just fell off. So I ended up stopping out here, and I took my mind off of it. Really, I was answering some people, answering an email or two, and I was glancing back, and I even typed in chat that this 30 level, you know, was defending. And instead of it clicking into my mind that, hey, you know, you need to get into this thing, it didn't hit me until, you know, it was up here in the 30.20s. And by then it was too late to get in, because my first target was going to be the 30.54. And my first target potential, I wanted, you know, a lot more than that. So just did not pay attention. You know, I could have easily got in here at 29.30, anticipating the 30 to hold and to push back up to 30.54, but and that's exactly what it did. Gave us a little bit more, and then pulled back. But this should have been the move that paid me again today. But I missed it, and it happens sometimes. But that's all I have today. My goal was to do this on Ticker TV today, but I forgot. My son has a performance tonight, and it wouldn't be until late to when I got back. So, it didn't make sense to try to do it that late. So I'll probably do it next week, start Monday. I wanted to give it a trial run to make sure I had all of the issues taken care of, but I'll try Monday and see how it works. But you won't hear from me tomorrow. Usually I'm going to take Fridays off. If I have time, I'll do a video, but Friday nights are family night, so I try to take off Friday night and give my time to them. So that's why you usually don't hear from me or for me to do recap videos on Friday. So if I don't see you in chat, don't talk to you in chat, everybody have a great weekend, a safe weekend. And I think Monday is going to be free chat Monday. So if you excuse me, if you're not in warrior trading, come give us a try. We have a lot of fun in there, but we do work. We are serious traders. Our number one priority is to trade. So, sometimes we do get silent because we're focusing on what our trades are. We're not jibber jabbing back and forth. But you come in, I feel it's a very professional site, chat room, and it's impossible for us to call out winning trades every day. If you have somebody that wins every day, that says they win every day, I would start looking skeptical at them, because we're gonna have losing trades. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how perfect the setup is. MU was a perfect setup. I had building volume, and here building volume again. On the RSI was where I like it. It was below or right at 20, and everything was there, but it just didn't work. I was a little bit early. Had I waited, it set up even better. But that's the thing. That was a good setup. I took it. It didn't work. And you're going to have those. And you can't run from person to person. If this person has a winning trade, run to him. And then when he gets a losing trade, run to somebody else. You're going to get real confused, and you'll never be successful as a trader. So you have to be willing to find the setup, stick with it, take the losses when they come, but capitalize on the winners when they come. And you guys will be just fine. Didn't mean to keep talking, but you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday in chat.